15 unseen clues Princess Diana knew danger was imminent. Princess Diana was the most famous woman on the planet, admired, adored, and incessantly pursued by paparazzi. But amid the blinding flashbulbs, several chilling signs seemed to point to Princess Diana sensing that her charmed life was headed for tragedy. From unsettling phone calls to unexplained outbursts of emotion, we've uncovered 15 overlooked clues that indicate Princess Diana may have known her days were numbered. Did she suspect foul play was afoot? Or was she simply overwhelmed by the crushing media scrutiny she endured? Prepare to have your jaw drop as we reveal the disturbing signs that, in hindsight, take on an entirely new and sinister meaning. Number 1. The Mishcon Note. In October 1995, Princess Diana met with her legal advisor, Victor Mishcon, to discuss her fears and concerns. According to the note, Princess Diana believed that her husband, King Charles, was planning to have her killed in a staged car accident to pave the way for him to remarry. She expressed specific worries about reliable brakes and tampered vehicles, painting a haunting picture of a woman deeply troubled by the prospect of foul play. The Mishcon Note remained shrouded in secrecy until after Diana's death, when it was handed over to the Metropolitan Police. Its contents sent shockwaves through the public, lending credence to the notion that Diana's tragic demise was no mere accident, but rather a sinister plot orchestrated by powerful forces. Whether born of genuine fear or paranoia, the note stands as a chilling testament to Diana's state of mind in the years leading up to her untimely end. Number 2. Letter to Paul Burrell. In a letter penned just 10 months before her death, Princess Diana confided her deepest fears to her trusted butler Paul Burrell. The contents of this letter, later revealed in Burrell's controversial book, are nothing short of haunting. Princess Diana explicitly stated her belief that King Charles was planning to have her killed in a staged car accident, leaving her with a severe head injury that would enable him to remarry. This letter not only echoes the sentiments expressed in the Mishcon Note, but also adds a layer of poignancy as Diana's words were addressed to a close confidant and loyal friend. The fact that she felt compelled to document these fears in such a personal manner only heightens the sense of foreboding and lends weight to the notion that Princess Diana was genuinely troubled by the prospect of foul play. Number 3. Concerns about surveillance. Diana's life was lived under constant scrutiny, with the ever-present threat of prying eyes and listening ears. Her concerns about being spied on and monitored were not unfounded, as her high-profile status made her a target for both the media and those with more nefarious intentions. Reports suggest that Princess Diana went to great lengths to ensure her privacy, having her rooms at Kensington Palace swept for bugs and employing secret mobile phones to avoid potential surveillance. This level of caution speaks volumes about her mindset and the sense of unease that plagued her daily existence. Whether driven by genuine threats or mere paranoia, Diana's concerns about surveillance only added to the mounting sense of danger that surrounded her. Number 4. Fear of non-natural death. Diana's close friend Roberto Deverick made a startling revelation about her deepest fears. According to Deverick, Princess Diana always believed that she would not die a natural death, but rather in an accident involving a helicopter, plane, or car crash. This chilling admission sheds light on the extent to which Diana's mind was consumed by the specter of an untimely demise. Her premonitions of a violent end, coupled with her expressed concerns about staged car accidents, paint a picture of a woman haunted by the prospect of foul play. Whether rooted in intuition or mere anxiety, Diana's fear of a non-natural death adds a layer of eerie foreshadowing to the tragic events that would ultimately unfold. Number 5. Public statements. In her infamous 1995 BBC interview with Martin Bashir, Princess Diana made a statement that has taken on new significance in light of her untimely death. She candidly acknowledged that there were individuals within the royal household who viewed her as a threat, a statement that could be interpreted as a veiled acknowledgement of the danger she faced. While the context of her remarks remains open to interpretation, Diana's public admission that she was perceived as a threat by some within her inner circle lends credence to the notion that she was aware of potential risks to her safety. Whether driven by genuine concerns or a desire to shape public perception, Diana's words in this high-profile interview resonate with a sense of foreboding and a hint at the undercurrents of danger that may have been swirling around her. Number 6. Changes in security. Diana's decision to fire her official police detail and instead rely on less experienced bodyguards was a move that raised eyebrows and fueled speculation. This seemingly counterintuitive action has been interpreted by some as a sign that Princess Diana has lost faith in the very individuals tasked with ensuring her safety. By removing her experienced security team, Princess Diana effectively rendered herself more vulnerable, a decision that could be viewed as reckless or indicative of a deeper distrust. Whether driven by a genuine belief that she was being monitored or a bout of paranoia, Diana's actions suggest a level of unease and a perceived need to take matters into her own hands. The implications of this decision are profound, as it begs the question of whether Diana's fears were well-founded or merely a manifestation of her fragile mental state. Regardless of the motivation, her willingness to sacrifice professional security in favor of a less experienced team hints at a woman desperate to regain control over her own safety. Number 7. Premonitions shared with friends. In the months and years leading up to her tragic demise, Princess Diana reportedly confided in close friends, sharing her fears and premonitions about her safety. According to these confidants, Princess Diana expressed a deep-seated worry that she would not live to see her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, grow up. The gravity of these revelations cannot be overstated. For a mother to openly voice such concerns about her own mortality is a harrowing prospect, one that speaks volumes about the level of danger Princess Diana perceived herself to be in. Whether these premonitions were rooted in genuine threats or mere anxiety, the fact that Princess Diana felt compelled to share them with those closest to her lends credence to the notion that she was consumed by a sense of impending doom. These shared premonitions also raise questions about the level of knowledge and awareness among Diana's inner circle. Were her friends and confidants equally concerned about her safety, or did they dismiss her fears as mere paranoia? The answers to these questions could shed light on the broader web of circumstances surrounding Diana's untimely death. Number 8. Behavioral changes. In the years leading up to her tragic demise, Diana's behavior reportedly underwent a notable shift. From pulling up floorboards to check for listening devices, to stashing away secret tapes and diaries, her actions painted a picture of a woman gripped by fear and a heightened sense of danger. These behavioral changes, while seemingly innocuous on their own, take on a more ominous tone when viewed through the lens of Princess Diana's expressed fears and premonitions. Her apparent obsession with secrecy and her efforts to conceal sensitive information suggest a level of distrust and a belief that her privacy was being violated. Whether these actions were driven by genuine threats or mere paranoia is a matter of ongoing debate. However, the fact that Princess Diana felt compelled to engage in such clandestine behavior is indicative of a mindset plagued by a sense of impending peril, one that may have ultimately proved tragically prophetic. Number 9. Warnings from spiritual advisors. In a revelation that adds a touch of the supernatural to the already eerie circumstances surrounding Princess Diana's death, her spiritual advisor claimed to have warned her about potential tampering with her car's brakes. The specificity of this warning is chilling, particularly in light of the widespread speculation that Princess Diana's fatal car crash was the result of foul play. Whether this advisor possessed genuine psychic abilities or was merely privy to inside information remains a matter of conjecture. However, the fact that Princess Diana reportedly received such a specific and ominous warning from a trusted confidant lends credence to the notion that she was surrounded by individuals who shared her fears and concerns. This revelation also raises questions about the extent to which Princess Diana may have heeded these warnings and taken precautions to protect herself from perceived threats. Number 10. Concerns about the paparazzi. For Princess Diana, the incessant pursuit by paparazzi was more than just a mere annoyance. It was a constant source of anxiety and a genuine threat to her sense of safety and well-being. The relentless hounding by photographers, their willingness to go to extreme lengths to capture that elusive shot, created an atmosphere of perpetual unease and vulnerability. Princess Diana's fears about the paparazzi were rooted in the deeply invasive nature of their tactics. The constant invasion of her privacy, the feeling of being trapped and hunted, undoubtedly took a significant toll on her mental and emotional state. She lived in a perpetual state of hypervigilance, never knowing when or where the next ambush by photographers might occur. Number 11. Unusual decisions. On the night of her death, Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed made several last-minute changes to their plans, including the fateful decision to leave the Ritz Hotel. This sudden shift in their itinerary has been scrutinized by investigators and conspiracy theorists alike, as it could suggest an attempt to evade perceived threats. The fact that Princess Diana and Dodi deviated from their expected course of action raises several questions. Were they acting on specific intelligence, or merely a general sense of unease? Did they receive a warning or a tip-off that prompted these changes? Or were they simply trying to shake off the ever-present paparazzi? Whatever the motivation, these unusual decisions lend credence to the notion that Princess Diana was actively taking measures to protect herself and those around her. The spontaneity of these actions could be interpreted as a sign of heightened vigilance or even outright fear, a departure from the carefully orchestrated plans that would typically accompany a public figure's movements. Number 12. Statements to legal advisors. Princess Diana's legal team was privy to her deepest anxieties and apprehensions about her safety. Lord Mishcon, one of her trusted advisors, attested to the fact that Princess Diana had explicitly voiced grave concerns about being targeted by unknown forces. In the confidential confines of attorney-client discussions, Princess Diana seemingly let her guard down, revealing the extent to which she felt under threat. These fears were not mere passing worries, but rather persistent gnawing doubts about her well-being that she deemed significant enough to share with her legal counsel. One can only imagine the chilling details and specific scenarios Princess Diana may have disclosed during these private consultations. Number 13. Public and private warnings. Princess Diana made no secret of her fears for her own safety, issuing numerous public and private warnings that she felt her life was in danger. In her infamous 1995 BBC interview, she alluded to feeling like a threat within the royal household, hinting at the potential peril she faced. But it was in her private conversations and correspondence where Princess Diana truly laid bare the depths of her anxiety. Letters to close confidants revealed her conviction that nefarious forces were plotting to harm her, with Princess Diana explicitly voicing fears of a staged car accident meant to inflict serious injury or death. Even in more casual settings among friends, Princess Diana was seemingly unable to escape the specter of danger that loomed over her. Number 14. Concerns about her divorce. Princess Diana's divorce from King Charles was a pivotal moment that ushered in a new era of vulnerability and trepidation. After years of living under the protective umbrella of the royal family, her separation from King Charles left her feeling exposed and susceptible to potential dangers. According to close confidants, Princess Diana believed that her newfound status as a divorced woman had rendered her a more accessible target for those who wished her harm. Her letters and private conversations from this period paint a haunting picture of a woman gripped by fear, convinced she had entered the most perilous phase of her life. Without the institutional safeguards and security apparatus afforded to her as a member of the royal household, Princess Diana felt stripped of her defenses, a sitting duck for those who harbored ill intentions towards her. The intense media scrutiny and public fascination that surrounded her divorce only exacerbated these fears, as the spotlight's glare intensified her sense of being a marked woman. Number 15. Speculations about intelligence agencies. In the years leading up to her tragic demise, Princess Diana harbored deep-seated fears about the potential involvement of powerful intelligence agencies in monitoring her activities and potentially posing a threat to her safety. According to confidants and those close to the princess, she expressed grave concerns that organizations like the NSA and CIA may have been keeping tabs on her, perhaps even intercepting her communications or surveilling her movements. Princess Diana's status as a high-profile public figure, coupled with her increasingly strained relationship with the royal establishment, fueled her suspicions that she'd become a target of interest for those shadowy agencies. Her fears were not entirely unfounded, as intelligence agencies are known to maintain extensive surveillance programs, often targeting individuals deemed to be of national security interest or potential threats. Diana's perceived challenges to the monarchy and her growing popularity with the public may have placed her on the radar of those tasked with monitoring potential risks to the established order. As we've seen in this video, one thing becomes abundantly clear. Princess Diana lived her final years under a cloud of fear and foreboding. From ominous letters and suspicious behaviors to specific warnings and premonitions, the evidence suggests that Princess Diana had a prescient sense of the danger that ultimately claimed her life. While the official narrative paints her death as a tragic accident, these unseen clues raise disturbing questions about the forces at play and the potential for foul play. Was Princess Diana truly the target of a sinister plot, or were her fears merely the product of a fragile mental state exacerbated by the intense pressure and scrutiny she faced? Regardless of where you stand on this issue, one thing is certain. The circumstances surrounding Diana's untimely demise continue to captivate and perplex us decades later. Her status as a beloved people's princess, coupled with the enduring allure of conspiracy theories, ensures that the debate over her fate will rage on for years to come. Do you believe these clues point to a broader conspiracy, or are they merely the scattered fragments of a troubled mind? And perhaps most importantly, what do you think was the true nature of the danger that Princess Diana sensed so acutely in her final years? Remember to like this video, share it with others who may be interested in the video, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting and engaging video content. Until next time, bye!